And welcome back to part 5 of Hitman Blood Money, where today we got 2 missions based around the Mississippi. This first one, we're killing a ship captain and his 6 gang members that are with him on the ship, meaning we have 7 targets to deal with. Skip Muldoon as the captain, and the Gator Gang, they do have all their own names, but it's easier to refer to them as the Gator Gang. Your first one is actually really close to the start, so if you get these guards' attentions with the magical coin, and run straight over to this first target, you could just shove him off and have him have an accidental death, and no one will notice. Racing your way down here and past this way here, past that door to your left and over this railing here, it will then get you to be able to jump to this railing to a trespassing area. Because it's trespassing, you don't really want to be seen here, so we're going to wait around this corner for this guard to turn around. I ready my sedative because afterwards we're going to be climbing up this side fence thing here, because we need to get a disguise that will help us get around this top floor, because the entirety of this floor and the highest piece are trespassing in a normal disguise. So if we can just get around to this chef, got ya. Take his disguise, take his knife as well, because one of our targets is about to walk in here, so you only have so much time to hide the body. Move across here and hide him in this box, and then sit behind the door we just entered from with whatever weapon you feel comfortable with. Since we picked up a knife, I thought, why don't we just use that knife? And there we go. Now, unfortunately, the box has already been used, so you can't hide them in there, and I'm unaware as to whether more people come in here because I don't stick around long enough to find out. So if you're planning on taking it slow, move this body to behind the table over here. It's far, far less likely to be found, despite the blood trail luring people over there. This big cake is going to be our centerpiece of killing the captain, so poison it and then pick it up. As you go on your way up, you need to be considering the fact that you will be frisked when you're at the top, and a frisk, I don't know if it jeopardizes your silent assassin, but I don't let it ever do. So there is a storage box here that you can safely store your weapons without it getting found. It's just a little thing that the game does for you to save your neck. Put your weapons in there, and then head up and accept your frisking. Yeah, you can search me all you want, mate. You won't find anything. Alternatively, if you're feeling adventurous, there's nothing stopping you from placing your weapon inside the cake and then just retrieving it later, but no. So come over here, put it on the table, and we've essentially killed our captain, because he will come and try it. But there's another target that will also be entering this room that we need to get a hold of. And since he'll be entering this room, and the only other person who's going to enter it is going to die from poisoning himself on the cake, I decide to just wait here until the time strikes. There comes our captain. Girl, Skip Muldoon, and he's going to touch the cake, and the very second he touches the cake, you're safe to kill the target. You're safe to kill this other gang member, because we're going to get 2 ticks in one go, because he's going to start dying from the poison as this dude gets strangled to death. It doesn't even matter if the captain witnesses it. His death of poison will knock him off the witness list, because he's a target. Just turn the light out to be safe. You don't have to do what I'm about to do here as well, but for the sake of damage control, just in case for some insane reason someone did walk in here, I move one of the bodies out so only 1 body is found, not 2. Then you need to open this safe and receive the pictures, because that's our last objective, to get such pictures. Now, everyone on this floor is a target, so keep that in. Well, I say that there's one dude hanging off to the side who isn't, but he's so out of the way you don't need to worry about it. So wait here until one of your targets walks into the bathroom, and as soon as he does, you see to the picking. No one else will enter this room, so he's a free take. I don't know why the music's been like that. I hope I haven't. No one could have seen that through a wall, right? So we're fine, right? Whatever. Go back over here and retrieve your silver ballers, as we no longer need to be frisked, so you might as well have your death weapon. And up here is the last of the gang members that are up here. We still got 1 more afterwards. This is our 5th one. So as soon as you get the opportunity, just blow his head in. And now, for the sake of the fact that people will be returning back up here, I would recommend hiding the body in the bathroom like you did with the previous one. Like so. Right, now we need to go back outside. I decided to take the shotgun and throw it down the way just so it's out of sight, and then work your way down the stairs. Back the way we came from, down the fencing as well, as we've got 1 more target who's on the social floor down here. So you go around and wait! This is something past me didn't realise, but this is actually a trespassing area for the chef. We blew our cover here. What you need to instead do is, right from the start after pushing that first dude, you need to go around here and go through this door on the left and distract your first target for whatever means necessary by throwing a coin in my instance. Follow him into the room and kill him that way, and then proceed with the rest of the mission you've seen as normal. Do not go for this dude last, because you might end up breaking what I just did. I just blew my cover. So you carry on going this way, ignore that dude who always gives you a weird look as you go past, and through these doors over here. There, our last target will be waiting for us in over this direction. If you wait around long enough, eventually he'll get the drift to move on, and him and his partner will move into the room. Alternatively, you can throw a coin at them, and if you do that, the woman will walk away immediately and only he will go back to his room, so making him a very much quicker kill. But there's nothing stopping you from going over here because it only takes like 2 seconds. He tries to get all flirty and the woman tells you to keep it in his pants and then leaves. Like, he gets completely blue-balled immediately. Like, yeah, nice try, mate. Maybe don't jump the gun so much next time. But as soon as she's gone, you're free for the killing. There we go. And and just like standard safety procedure, as you go to leave, just toggle the lights so no one spots you, just in case someone's right by the door as you go in. If someone in worse circumstances does happen to spot the body, hopefully they'll investigate it and not run away from it. If they go to investigate it, pull out your sedative and sedate them. But we're going to go back up here, back up the railing and retrieve our suit, and then we can try and leave the mission. Our exit point is actually at the bottom of the ship. However, there's a really fun way that involves a glitch of getting out there immediately that I've never not done, to be honest, because it's just such an easier way of getting to where you need to go. Instead of trying to work your way down the floors, head over here and head to this set of staircase as well. Their coding is very jank, as you can see. So go on here, onto the rail, and then spam the shit out of the X button and you'll escape instead of dying from the fall damage. And what the fuck?
Letter for Mr. Julio.
Thanks. Code red. You forgot your tip.
That's all right.
I insist. On the table by the bathroom.
Time to crash a wedding. We've got a bride to protect in this one as well, so don't let her die under any circumstances. We've got Buddy Muldoon and John LeBlanc. John LeBlanc being the bride's father and kind of insane, and Buddy Muldoon being the son of Skip Muldoon from the previous mission and just being way too heavily involved with the criminal underworld. Additionally, Kruger Schmidt's upgrade shop is now fully unlocked, so you can get everything, including flak vests for half damage, to suppressors for your machine weaponry, to full auto for your pistol. It's all there. I wouldn't recommend getting full auto for your pistol because you're just building up a bullet count that you don't need. When you start the mission, immediately cut through here and go across this bridge over here. After that, you're going to be spending a painfully long time waiting. We're talking about just barely over a minute, as this drunken moron needs to move his way over here and pass out. Once he passes out, he'll have a party invitation in his pocket that we can immediately then use to get into the building and to begin our carnage. So wait for him to pass out. There he goes. You can also take his disguise as a guest, but it doesn't make enough of a difference to warrant doing. Because you're dressing more in theme and the guards at the door won't question it, but if you go in as is, they will question it, but it won't raise suspicion. They'll just have generic dialogue saying, what are you dressed up as? Why are you like that? Kind of thing, but they won't actually get suspicious, it's just generic dialogue. But anyway, your first port of call is heading over towards this because there's a cake we can poison that the groom just can't help himself from trying out every 5 minutes. However, this guy, the priest, his path is very inconsistent. So sometimes he'll enter the room with the groom, sometimes he'll enter just after the groom like that, sometimes he won't enter at all and the door won't even open until you're already here poisoning the cake, in which he spots you and he becomes a witness. Because this is a trespassing area, and even though we're spotted leaving it, we have nothing, no cover to blow and no alarm to cause, so we can get away with it perfectly fine. That guard there Usually in my old route I would knock him out, take his disguise, hide his body, and then wait for the second target to leave, because he goes out towards a gravesite way over there. And he'll stand above an empty grave and put flowers down, which you can push him into, which kills him instantly, because apparently a 2-foot drop is enough to kill a man. But then, very recently, I discovered a much easier method of just waiting here, and then as he goes down the stairs, then dealing with him. And you're going to see me accidentally headbutt him instead of strangling him, because I tried to get around to it and I just bonk him on the head. But it holds him in place long enough for me to just break his neck because of the clipping. Drag his body, immediately ditch him in this box. There's no one looking in this direction that will ever spot you. Yeah, there's a guard relatively close by, but he's sat down over there. And there you go. The good old pupper is dead. LeBlanc's gone, so now it's just the other target, but the other target we're waiting to get poisoned to death by hiding the cake. So what you can do is immediately go towards the exit point now, since everything you need to do is done. So you can just sit by the exit and wait patiently for Muldoon's death to arrive to him, making this one of the shortest missions in the game. If you know what you're doing. You just stand over here and you wait. Your exit's that boat, so we're just gonna sit here and wait for the target to die of his poison, and as soon as he does, we're leaving the mission. It's as easy as that. For some odd reason, the game doesn't show up the pip cam of him getting poisoned, which, if you don't know what I'm talking about, throughout the adventure you might have noticed sometimes that the screen will cut in half and you will see like what else is happening around the building. Like if say in Flatline, when that dude got blown up, it cut to him getting blown up far away kind of thing. The pip can doesn't seem to ever function for Buddy Muldoon's poisoning, so eventually you're just waiting for the tick to arrive, which should happen any second soon, because he's just been poisoned, and there he goes. Then you can just immediately leave and you'll get your silent assassin. Next time on Hitman Blood Money, we've got a casino to break into, but until then, you guys take care now.